Apologies, world. It wasn't Bex this time. It was me, but we're we're live. Bex, go ahead.
Why would you throw me underneath the bus like that? Okay, anyway, hello everyone, and welcome to the third episode of Pillow Talk with Princess Bex.
Like feminists are really fighting for in 20.
Go ahead. I'm listening to you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I am your Bex the Pink Princess, and joining me again tonight is my big brother Steve, Mr. Hold Up himself, and my BFF DJ Cincy Star. Shout out to the Hold Up TV gang gang. Hi Steve. Hi Cincy.
Hey Bex, how are you?
I'm good. How are my favorite boys tonight?
I am amazing. I'm absolutely amazing.
Okay, Cincy.
Oh, I'm doing great. I am doing great.
Okay. Hi, beloved. How are you? My apologies for the tardiness.
It was all my fault, everyone. It was all my fault. Bex,
Huh?
you got some steamy shit on the internet tonight, man. You, what the hell is it? Or what are we talking about tonight? What's going on here?
We are talking about kinks and fetishes tonight. I'm excited. I'm really excited. Okay, so like, what's a kink and like, what's a fetish and like, why are people into these type of things and like, what causes them to have certain fetishes? And also, like, is it like a mental illness? You know?
That's interesting. I didn't expect you to go there. Okay.
Yeah, we have to go there.
Okay.
Okay. So let's get straight into it. What is a kink? Now, a kink is defined as a sexual activity that falls outside of what society traditionally considers acceptable. It's like a bizarre or unconventional sexual preference or behavior that can include everything from role playing to bondage to whips to chains, all that type of shit, right? Now, a fetish is a form of sexual desire in which attraction and gratification is linked to like a particular object. Like it can be an item of clothing, it can be parts of the body, such as feet, like a foot fetish. So a fetish is basically a type of kink. Whether you want to believe it or not, like there are more flavors to sex than just like boring ass vanilla, you know? Oh, thank you, beloved. You was about to say something, Steve?
Now, what's wrong with vanilla? Huh? What's wrong with vanilla? Why do we always got to do some extra shit that'll get us arrested? You know what I'm saying? Like, look at Ray J. Look at what Ray J is going through right now. Someone sent him a test one time, and they were, "Hey, Ray J, take this test. We'll see where this whole thing goes." And the next thing you know, he's up on IG screaming, "They made me do it. They made me do it."
First of all, why are we getting the police involved? Like you said, somebody's getting arrested. Who's getting arrested?
Well, I mean, based off of the test that you sent Cincy Star and I, right? Mm-hmm. And some of the questions that were on there, I was like, huh. Well, that's a peculiar thing to send. I feel like this might be a setup.
Hello, Valerie P. Welcome to Pillow Talk with Princess Bex. We're talking about kinks and fetishes tonight. For those of you who don't know, I made the guys take a BDSM test. It was actually for my personal entertainment. Like, I don't know. Like, we're going to talk about it. Like, we can unpack it, but I just did it for me. I thought it was funny. Oh, hey, Esco.
You know what? That's insane because if I would have known it was just for your entertainment and not for the people's entertainment, I would have took the goddamn.
I mean, I wasn't going to tell you just in case I did want to use it as content, but it was really just for me. I'm sorry.
Manipulation at its finest, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, that's what it was for sure. I'm trying to take this damn test while I'm making my kids lunch today, and I'm like, what the fuck are these questions, man? so you guide us in this no kink or fetish intended, Bex, and you tell us exactly where are we going tonight, because you already got Cincy blushing already, man.
Okay, so I think we can all agree that kinks and fetishes are becoming more like mainstream now.
Mhm.
Like the first thing that comes to my mind is the movie and the book, like 50 Shades of Grey.
Okay.
Or even like that S&M song by Rihanna. But even though kinks and fetishes are more mainstream, they can still feel like a little taboo to like some people.
Mhm.
And before we go any deeper, I would like to say that no matter what you're into, please make sure that you have consent of all parties involved. Please make sure that there is communication and there is some type of compromise before you're trying anything of these new sexual things with your partner or your partners for that matter. So yeah, consent, communication, compromise. Boom. We got that out the way. So, so
Okay.
don't laugh at me.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at the fact that no matter, even oversleeping, right? Trying to prepare myself for this tonight. I'm sober, right? I'm drinking this coffee I got in this cup. I'm still terrified on wherever we're going tonight.
Why are you scared? Are you scared, Cincy?
What'd you say?
Are you scared?
Oh no.
Why are you scared, Steve?
I don't know, man. Last week was strange. We mysteriously got removed from a platform. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh yeah.
who knows where we're gonna go tonight? Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. Kink shaming, jingle bells, get ball gags, consent. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Beloved says, does he have consent to grab a pillow? I'm confused. Go ahead, beloved. Grab whatever you want. Hi, D. Okay, so I was reading this article on Healthline. It was titled "What Causes People to Have Sexual Fetishes." We can put the link in the description box if anybody wants to read it or whatever. So there's this man by the name of John Michael Williams. He is the owner of Tykables, which is an adult baby fetish shop in Illinois that sells adult diapers to people who are basically turned on by being treated like babies. William says that he wears the adult diapers around the clock for comfort, right?
Okay.
So Williams, he told Healthline that he doesn't consider it a fetish because for him, there's a lot of like different aspects of the ABDL, the adult baby diaper lovers community. He
Right.
says it's a lot of aspects that attracted him to it.
Okay.
So the only real sexual aspect, he says, is being attracted to like a specific underwear type. He says I can relate it to an underwear fetish. Seeing a good looking guy in a pair of briefs or a good looking guy in a diaper, either way, it's seeing a good looking guy in a pair of underwear, just a very specific type. So my question to you guys is, do you think people prone to fetishes like Williams, do you think they suffer from mental illness or trauma?
Go ahead, since you're you go ahead and answer this. I will say that this is the first time Bex has proposed something like this and actually has been up on camera with us. So this ought to be interesting as we move forward. Go ahead.
So I would say I think not everybody, but yeah, some people do their kinks and fetish result from mental illness or trauma that cause some type of problem that they're having with in themselves. You brought up the diapers. I know I've mentioned to you in conversation before. I think people that are attracted to like the schoolgirl or schoolboy type of role playing stuff like that, super weird to me. Being abused and also kind of like the slave thing. It just doesn't seem like normal. And not that I'm up here trying to define normal, but it just doesn't seem like healthy behavior, I would say then.
Steve.
Okay, so here's the thing, right? In regards to kinks and the question itself, I believe it can be a mental health issue if it becomes something that impedes your ability to live life on a day-to-day basis, right? So I guess there are things that you would enjoy to do sexually with a partner, a consenting partner, because that's what we're talking about too, consenting adults, where that time is segmented and allotted in the safety of a room or dungeon, whatever you're into. And that's where it's confined, right? Now it becomes an issue, however, where it's like, I can't get to work. I'm fantasizing about these things during my day-to-day life, and it's inhibiting my ability to live, right? And I think that's the issue that most people that would be categorized as chronic masturbators, right? Nothing wrong with masturbation if it's done somewhere safely where no one's going to get stained or anything like that. But when you have to do it like Burger King bathroom, as Humpty Hump said, then it's an issue. It's an issue.
Okay, well, according to Dr. Richard Kruger, he is an associate professor of psychiatry at Columbia University Medical Center. He says some people who practice fetishes or alternative erotic lifestyles, they may be mentally ill or they have experienced trauma, but he says that this isn't a predictor. So he told Healthline, with all of the paraphilic disorders or matters of sexual interest that don't involve sexual objects or behaviors, we can question how the behavior develops and what might this involve in terms of lifestyle. But many of these questions are open-ended questions. He also adds that a number of studies show people who practice BDSM have a higher level of socioeconomic functioning compared to control groups. He said the literature is limited, but it would suggest that these people are healthy or they're healthier. Now, our diaper guy, Williams,
right?
He says that some of his clients suffer from autism, an autism spectrum disorder, such as Asperger's syndrome, and that they get like a positive sensory feedback from wearing the diapers. And he says that it's not about sex, but it's a stress reliever by taking some aspects from your childhood. Do you have any thoughts on that?
That was a lot. Okay. So that person citing that information, was that the diaper sniffer himself?
That was he's not a sniffer. He just wants to wear the diapers.
Okay. He still shit on himself.
So, okay, just looking at that right there, right? The information itself, some people in some circles, in the clinical circles, would reject it because he's the one citing it in regards to himself, and in regards to, they would say that his data is skewed and biased.
Yeah.
We live in a time now where it seems like everything is permissible, right? Don't shame me. Don't make me feel bad about my choices. Now, here's the thing, man. The guy wearing the diaper, maybe I missed it. Can we go over what is it exactly he's doing in the diaper, and what is the expectation of the person who's with him? What are they supposed to be doing? Are they changing him, or are they putting talcum powder on his butt? What's going on there?
Okay, he specifically says that he wears it like on the clock or whatever, like while he's at work running his diaper store or whatever. He wears it because it brings him comfort, like it makes him feel good.
Oh, so it's like the guys who like to wear pantyhose or female underwear, right? And they get a pleasure from they know they have it on, but the world doesn't know what they're wearing. It's that type of is that what's happening here?
I guess, but he says that he doesn't consider it to be a fetish though.
Okay, so then if it's not a fetish and it's just a proclivity that he enjoys, I'm gonna go ahead and say, without having a bachelor's in the clinical sciences, right? I'm gonna say this leans towards more of a mental health issue, right? And I mean that with no negative, connotations or anything like that. Because if he's not describing it as a kink, and it's just him enjoying the way that it feels, I'm gonna say, what is it about the diaper? What feels great about it? It's been a long time since I've been in one. I don't understand. Is it? I don't understand. Like I don't understand. And in fact, I guess a part of me doesn't want to understand. Right? If it's not sexual in nature, then what is it?
I agree with you. Like part of me doesn't want to understand it. And yeah, I'm asking the same question. Like if it's not a fetish to you, if it's not sexual to you, then what is it? That's only going to make me believe that it is a mental illness. What do you think, Cincy?
All these motherfuckers are fucked up in the head. That's all it says. I haven't heard anything that sounds like a kink, because if it doesn't have anything to do with sex, like he said, then what is he? Why is it even being related to a kink or a fetish? I mean, it just sounds like a weirdo.
Now, is he preaching that this is the superior lifestyle? Like, am I going to bump into this person on the street and he's up on like one of those podiums, like, gentlemen, cram it in there. Let's get back into the pens. And that's another thing I need to know. Is he wearing adult diapers? Did he somehow have baby diapers manufactured in his size? Or is he doing like the thing where he puts a cloth around with a bobby pin, old school, and he's got it wrapped?
I'm not sure. This isn't my kink, so I did not want to do the extra research. I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole, okay? But he does own a store, so I don't know. I'm pretty sure he has all types of diapers in there. I don't know.
Listen, man, you know what? I remember there was a show when I was growing up called Real Sex. This was like,
oh, I love that show.
And this was one of those things that they actually covered, but it wasn't in regards to just wearing a diaper. There was the baby community, or maybe I should find another term. There was a community of people that like to dress up as babies, right? And this is how they expressed a non-sexual affection for each other. One person would be the parent, and the other person is the child, and like they would go through the day-to-day routines of what it was to live out that dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
There are a few things that make me walk out the room, right? 101 exactly. That'll make me straight up be like, all right, baby, this has been real. I'm glad we had this time with each other. Now, one of them, because it was 100 before, but now this shit makes 101. If she somehow works into the conversation, oh, I like to put on a diaper and get changed. I'm like, oh, do you? Well, you're gonna have to find somebody else to change your shitty ass drawers. I'm good. I reserve the right to say no to this, right? That's where I think it goes from like a kink to a mental health issue. If the person is chasing me out the house in a diaper, say, you don't understand me. Then I'm like, you're right. I don't understand you. Now let me out of here.
Okay.
Am I too old fashioned? Am I not living in my truth?
Man, fuck that. There are certain times when you have to go back in time to handle situations appropriately. And this is one of those times where you just go back to like the original days of the West and you pull out your leather fucking glove and smack the shit out of whoever the fuck proposed that idea to you with the glove. It's very gentlemanly, but comes with very much
Just pull the white glove out. No. Oh man, I missed y'all all week.
He might like it.
He lay down on the ground like, ooh. I missed you two very much, man. Look, I don't know. I dare say, I dare say this, right? Should shaming be brought back in this regard? Now, this is not impacting me one way or another, but your question was this a mental health issue or is this a kink? I'm going to say this is a mental health issue. I'm not going to go as far as saying it's something akin to body dysmorphia, but in the DDSM, there's got to be some type of category that this falls in, and yeah, it's too vague, Bex. It's too vague. What is the expectation of the partner? Right? What's okay? So you like doing diapers, and what is the other person supposed to do in this regard?
Okay, so I'm gonna get into that. I'm about to get into that.
Don't get in.
Okay.
Don't get
So,
in. I was late, but now I'm awake. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go.
Okay, so a 2014 paper published in the archives of, what is it called? It was called the Archives of Sexual Behavior. They looked at ABDL, adult baby diaper leak. Hold on, what are they called again?
What is the music called again? So I can put them on the watch.
No, wait. Adult baby diaper lovers, not league. I called them a league though.
League would be way more cool. It's respectable.
They surveyed nearly 2,000 people who practice ABDL. The answers from some respondents, mostly men, like the respondents were mostly men, they showed that ABDL behaviors were associated with attachment styles and parental relationships.
Okay.
For some of the male respondents, ABDL behaviors included a desire to be dominated and to have a daddy, which is the role of the person that's nurturing the adult baby. Then you have the male respondents who reported having a negative relationship with their mother or father. They showed a connection to engaging in sexual activity with the father figure, the daddy, or the mother figure. And then on the other hand, those respondents who had a positive relationship with their mother or father, they're the ones who view the diapers as sexually stimulating. And they place more emphasis on the sexual enjoyment from the activities.
I told people when they were tuning in tonight, this was going to be a steamy issue, not a shitty issue. Again, this is, man, I don't want to be a fuddy-duddy, right? There's just a line that I'm not willing to cross. You know what I'm saying? And there are just things where it's like, so you got daddy issues, you got mommy issues, you have a proclivity to a fantasy of being nurtured in a way in which it is a parental unit. That sounds like unresolved issues. That sounds like mental health. That sounds like talk to someone. You get out there.
Yeah, I agree.
Not socialist, a social worker or someone to do this. I don't know. I was laughing before because I looked up and I was looking at Cincy's face, and his face just read into all the things. Because you're pretty much like you're a progressive guy, Cincy, right? And I think I just found the line for Cincy. His face just leaning back like. Like that one black guy they invite on the Fox to commentate on. It's a mental health issue. I'm gonna say that, man. But again, wherever we go tonight, I do want to throw out there that a lot of this stuff falls under it. Chronic masturbation, voyeurism, the incessant need to have sex in public. This can all be traced back to one root cause.
What's that?
Motherfuckers got too much free time on their hands to think about this type of shit. Get a job. You ain't gonna have time to think about what type of diaper. I'm telling you right now, man. And especially, I don't like to say something's a man problem, but this sounds acutely like a man issue to me, right? I just can't imagine a grown ass woman being like, "Oh, check out this diaper." It screams man.
Most of the people that they surveyed were men, so you're
Exactly.
right.
Exactly. I'm sorry, Berlin. Usually I'm here to defend men's rights and all those things, but this, you know, this sounds like a certain population of people right here. Now, Bex, here's my question. You're an accepting woman, and you're a nurturer, you're a carer, you're a giver, right? You're
The answer is no.
always getting on me and Cincy about being too close-minded to certain things. You got a perfect 10 of a man, right? When I say perfect, he hits all the bells, all the things you enjoy about a man that you want in a man. He can provide, he's functional, he's loving, he's caring. But the one ask he has is, baby, every once in a while you got to change my diapers. Is that a deal breaker for you?
That is a deal breaker for me.
Look at you. Look at you. Look at you, slut shame. I mean, shit, diaper shame.
That is a deal breaker to me. That's not what I'm into. So you mean I gotta change the kids' diapers and your diapers? Like what? No. Like I don't want to kink shame, but you're gonna have to find somebody else for that. That's not me. Sorry.
What about the rest of you ladies in the chat, man? You know, the person, the human being you're with, you know, because it's 2022, baby. Anything goes now. Can we shame this small population of people who found freedom in diapers?
I don't want to shame them, but
What other sexy kinks you got? I thought you were gonna bring some sexy shit, not some scary shit, man.
What you mean? Like we have to talk about all of them.
Okay.
Like we got to get into all of it.
My mouth, I'm telling you right now, man. This is mental health. This is mental health right here, man. I'm telling you.
Okay, so
you know what? Before we go any further, you know, I don't have a problem with kink shaming. You know what? Fuck that. Because when they talk about why they like what they like and shit, like you said, when we first got on here, nobody wants the vanilla shit. I personally take the word vanilla very offensively. So if you call me vanilla, I'm assuming you're shaming me. So I don't give a fuck about what your opinion after that is.
See, that's what I'm saying, man. Like, I took that little test you sent me, and I was just like, I've never been more proud to be described a certain way. I'm like vanilla to the grave right here, man. You ain't got to beat the shit out of me, and I ain't got to beat the shit out of you. I ain't got to smear nothing on you. I ain't got to fucking tie you down. I mean, a little bit of that is okay, but look, I'm not doing anything where a safe word is required. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to be surprised either. You know what I'm saying? Don't surprise me with nothing. Let's keep it. Let's keep it Olive Garden up in the fucker.
If you did do something where a safe word was required, what would your safe word be, Steve?
Get out. Get out. I'm calling the cops. My safe word.
Cincy, what would your safe word be?
Stop.
Not
stop. No. You're gonna know my safe word because it's gonna be written on my fucking face. If I call you a goofy ass broad in the middle of sex, get off me. That's all I'm saying.
Oh God.
It's a, you know what, I'm so happy for once that it's not just me up here defending myself, looking like a Fox correspondent or something like that. I'm not, like, this is your show, and I'm happy to be here. I'm honored that you would have me and Cincy on here, and I know we're sexy with it, right? You're supposed to be talking sexy, but There's no redeeming quality about the diaper thing. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, man. And I know there's someone out there who like, I bet you if it was a perfect 10, Steve's going in. No, man. I'm telling you right now, there's a line that healthy functioning men are not going to pass in the name of beauty. And one of those things I'd be willing to bet is the diaper. And it's not just because it's a diaper, it's what does this entail? How deep do I need to go with this for the sake of, intercourse? I can't take you to dinner at my family's house knowing you're wearing that damn thing. Don't sit on my mama furniture. It could be contagious.
Okay, so do you not have like any kinks at all, Steve? Like none whatsoever?
Oh yeah, I do.
Are you willing to share?
Oh yeah, I'm willing to share. I just want to make sure we're in that part of the show. Are we done with the diapers? Are we done with the diaper committee crew?
We're done with the diaper league people. Yeah.
All right, I do have a few kinks, but you guide us in this conversation. Are you asking me would I be willing to share my kinks? No. You know why? And it's not because I'm repressed, but because I think that the kinks that I do have, they work in a way where it's like they happen organically based off of that person. I don't have a set thing that I'm looking for in every encounter, right? It depends on the rhythm that me and that person are in. It depends on what they're giving me and where I want to go with it, though. You know what I'm saying? But at no point am I ever like, go grab the spike belt. Let's really step it up a notch. I guess my one proclivity I do have is this is gonna sound cheesy as hell. It's not something I want to be involved in if the party, the person I'm with is not getting any pleasure. And we went over this in the first episode. Like I'm not, I could just have my own encounter with myself at home, but if the other person isn't enjoying it, then I'm not going to enjoy it. And I think the one kink I would be willing to share is there has to be, I like going for the physical representation that they're enjoying it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just listening for hollow moans. Your body's got to be doing certain things that let me know that I'm on the right path.
Okay. I can respect.
I like to put tomatoes in people's mouths and scream at them.
Cincy, do you have any kinks that you would like to share?
Yeah, I mean, I'll share them. Share them on the show. Why not? I guess what most of mine. Well, I'm not gonna say most of mine. One, I like telling stories. I like trying to get people off to, I guess what you would say, vibrations. That kind of turns me on. So I like to tell stories and talk. One that I kind of lean two different ways on is I like receiving pain. I like being scratched up, all that stuff. On the other hand, I cannot bring myself to physically do that to someone else. I've been in jail for less, so I'm not leaving no marks on nobody. Just being honest. Can't do it. Can't get past that part of it. I mean, I'm willing to try a lot of shit as long as it doesn't fall into the category of like what would be weird. For example, I'm not gonna dress up or ask someone to dress up like a schoolgirl. I'm not going to treat somebody like a slave or some shit like that. Like that's because I can't detach the words from the actions that are happening just because one's in a bedroom. Like to me, if your fantasy is childlike, I'm immediately thinking that you like children. And with the slave thing, like obviously I'm just the first thing it's slave. Like what? No. Come on now. And no, I'm not gonna say that before we get kicked.
What?
No, I'm really not gonna repeat what I was just gonna say because this old channel will get banned.
You guys notice what channel we're on tonight, right? We're not on Hold Up TV proper. I was like, let me get the throwaway, right?
Not a throwaway.
I'll say this because I agree with Cincy 100%, man. Like a certain amount of it is permissible because it's happening organically, right? Like you scratch my neck up because I'm doing the right thing. That's okay. That's almost like a badge of honor the next morning. And, we silently not talk about it while we're eating breakfast together, right? But we both look at each other like, it got pretty wild last night. And then there's even a little bit of the choking thing, right? Some ladies enjoy that in the heat of the passion, but that's what an unspoken agreement that there's no physical harm actually being inflicted. It's the asphyxiation before the point of orgasm. That's cool, right? I'm not like a foot guy either, but I'm telling you, it depends on the woman. Like I was with my wife today, not in the biblical sense, but we were like sitting on the couch together, and I noticed that the sheet had come off her feet a little bit. And I'm staring down, looking at her feet, and I'm not a foot guy. And I was like, God damn, you got pretty ass feet. That type of stuff. It's the person. I'm attracted to the person. And so I'm attracted to like all of them. That type of stuff.
Can we get a definition of what it means to be with your wife in a biblical sense?
To make the beast with two backs. Coitus in Latin, they call it.
What about you, Bex? You're the only one not sharing fetishes right now.
Yeah.
It's your show.
Yeah. Corset girl. You're beating the shit out these dudes. I know it for a fact.
I mean, I feel like we should share the test results, but the only one I think, we got the pictures. We got the
pictures. Hold on. I got the pictures. I don't know if the audience can see it, but I will put back.
Go ahead. We can share the test results and we can go through them.
Okay.
You said it was for science, so if it's not actually for science, then I have a grievance to file with the.
It is. It was for science, and it was for content.
Ask the CEO of the Hold Up TV what the HR department's number is.
So listen, I dropped the link in the chat before, folks. If you scroll up a little bit, you can find it. If you want to click it and later on take the test and find out where your freak meter is at exactly. So now I do full discretion, right, in regard to this conversation. Like BDSM, what is it, Bex? And you, first of all, hold on for a second. We just helped you get out of it. Bex, do you have some kink you want to share with the
audience? I was close. I was this close. Okay. I do. I personally, I have a praise kink.
A what?
A praise kink.
Okay.
It's also considered to be like, some people call it like some people call it the yes daddy kink or whatever. But I like being told that I'm doing a good job, like I like being told good girl, Bex.
Is it the yes daddy or the daddy issues kink?
We're not going to classify it as the daddy issues kink.
Now, I find that rather interesting because you are ready at any given point to give out your unsolicited clinical diagnosis of most things. And you're like, it's giving mommy issues to me. It's giving daddy issues to me.
I mean, don't we all have daddy issues?
No. I talk to my father every Sunday. We're good.
I think we all have daddy issues to a certain extent.
Well, how does this play out in your relationships, Bex? Is this merely like a in the bedroom thing, or is it like you bring him a bowl of cereal and he's like, "Good job, babe"?
It's not just in the bedroom. It's mostly in the bedroom, yes, but it's like, yeah, but like the day-to-day activities and stuff. I like to be told like I'm doing a good job.
Okay.
Think of it as like words of affirmation.
Right. Okay.
Hold on. Talk amongst yourselves. I gotta let the cat out.
Yeah.
Let the cat out. Yeah.
Okay, we got there early, man. I didn't acknowledge anyone in chat. I'm sorry. What's up, Esso? What's up, Tree? What's up, D Love, Fat Baptist, Berlin, and anyone lurking and creeping in the background? This is Pillow Talk with Princess Bex here on the Hold Up TV, talking about kinks, freaks in the sheets. Now, I guess so. Here's the interesting. Let me ask you, Cincy, how would you respond to the yes, daddy type of woman? Because in the beginning, it seems like it would be good, right? It's like, oh yeah, okay, but then I don't know. After a little while,
I don't like it at all. I've had that experience. Like I'll really ask you not to do that.
not me. You're asking.
Yeah, like I'll be straightforward with you. It's not gonna kill the mood right away, but if you do, don't do that again, please.
I remember when me and Mrs. Hold Up first got together, and she would she would say that sometimes, like in a joking way. She'd be like, "Yes, daddy," and I'm like, I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I want to ask Bex this question when she comes back, because I think this pertains to it, right?
Okay, I'm back.
Bex, in regards to the yes daddy energy, would you be cool with a dude calling you mommy while you guys are getting biblical?
No.
Okay, so I guess that makes you more of you're the submissive person then.
I am, and my little test results prove that. Yes, I am. I am more submissive.
Okay. Well, let's go through your test results then, Rebecca. We'll bring that shit back up. So you tell the people, explain to the people, right? Explain it to them.
Okay, hold on. Let me bring them up on my phone.
Berlin says, "Wait, Steve, what's wrong with Mammy?" Berlin, you know good and goddamn what's wrong. And I want to go on the record too, man. I've been in a lot of interracial.
Beloved, are you calling your?
Go ahead.
No, I was asking him. Is he calling his females mommy in the bedroom?
Listen, you know what trips me out too, man, when I hear about these black guys or black women, but I hear it mostly in regards to black men being with white women, and they do this sex slave role play. But I'm not talking about no BDSM thing where they're like, yeah, call me the N-word and all that stuff. Even though Dave Chappelle had a hell of a skit where he was like, he was getting some hand release from a woman and she called him the N-word, and he was like, what was I supposed to do? I can't stop. He's like, I gotta let her finish. He's like, this is how I restore the ancestors by climaxing. But that's me. I am not. I'm not into that. But we got your test results up here, Bex. If you can read them and let the people know.
Okay, so I got 96%. That was the top one for something called a rope bunny. And basically, that's just a person who likes to be like tied up and restricted using ropes and other things, cuffs, chains, whatever you usually tie people up with, I guess. And then the next one was a voyeur. Voyeurs are people who enjoy like watching. Like they enjoy like the nakedness or sexual activities of other people. 93% I got the exhibitionists. They enjoy showing people their naked body or sexual activities to other people. Right. Basically, they like being watched. I think that's what that is. The next one was a brat, which was 85%.
Go ahead, Bex. I'm listening.
The brats there, it says that they are in essence naughty submissives. That's what they are. They find disobedience as a form of playfulness rather than letting their dominant partner down. And they require basically a dominant, like a dominant person who will not only teach them a lesson, um,
somebody go get the Vicky up in here.
okay, whatever. And then coming in at 84%, I got a submissive. Submissives like to follow directions. They like to basically give their control away. Not all of their control, but just most of it, like to their partners. Or say they sometimes like to have it like forcibly taken or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
In a fun way, you know. And then let's see what else. And then I got at 78% experimentalists. Is basically people who want to, they have an open mind of trying things or whatever, which is true. And then I got masochists at 76%, which is people who like receiving like certain types of pain from their partner. Why are you laughing? Stop laughing. And then at 71%, I got something called a switch, which is basically people who just do that. Like they switch roles or whatever.
Okay.
Like they can either be the dominant or the submissive person. That was at 71%. And this last one was, I don't know, it was kind of weird to me. Like it's called like primal prey type thing.
Yeah.
So I got prey at 58%. And so the primals they're people, it says primals are mainly focused on their natural instincts and they enjoy letting their inner animal out during sex. The key part for primal play is that the participants show their raw emotional sexual feelings during play. All of the labels, roles, and feelings during play. All the labels, roles, and protocols go out the window, and the prey, which would be me, I can become a snarling, growling, clawing animal hell bent on getting away from its predator. I don't know. I don't know about that one. Like that.
Yo, I want to levy something, right? Because this is a question, right? We've gotten so far with all the sex talk and popular culture, right? You got Angela Yee out here. You got tons and tons of podcasts, mostly female dominated, where women will talk about all types of things and things they like. But I think what's really interesting is that I'm not sure I'm buying a lot of it. Like, so when I was taking this test, the prey portion, that was specifically, I counted 6 questions it asked, and it did it in a way where these were open-ended questions, and it asked you the same question over and over again, but a different way. Where it was, do you like animalistic things? Do you like to be pursued? Do you like to live in fantasies where you're being chased? And all I kept thinking the whole time I was reading this is like, okay. Why was it at the beginning of this test did it ask you if you want to be anonymous? Right? What would have happened if I didn't pick anonymous? Is this going to a registry somewhere? Is this data getting uploaded somewhere?
You're getting reported.
Exactly. Like that's what I was thinking. I'm calling farce. I think that more women enjoy plain Jane vanilla sex, and I'm gonna lay here. I'll die on this hill because I think at the core, women want to know that they're going to be satisfied, right? And I think all this other stuff is a distraction, man. We talked about this before, man. It's a distraction. There was one question on here: if you can't sexually satisfy your partner, not the person you just had an encounter with, would you be okay with bringing someone else in? I'm like, baseball. I don't need no pitch hitter. He was saying if you don't get it right the first time, the next question is, what can I do better to get it right the next time? What do you mean bring someone in? Like, am I like Bex? Is that something women are looking for? Like women are looking for men to say, hey, let's go get long strong from the like, and would you take a man seriously after that? These are the questions we need answered. Like, everything sounds good in fantasy, right? Since it's like, yeah, I'm a progressive woman. I'm down with whatever. But you got to look this man in the eye tomorrow morning, right? So if he brings in a pitch hitter, he's a cuck. Because that's the only person that would do something like that. Are you going to be able to look that man in the eye tomorrow while y'all eating grits in the morning?
I'll look at him in his eyes, but oh God, he the whole time I'm just gonna be thinking like this bitch ass nigga right here. Like,
exactly. Thank you for being honest, man. Thank you for being honest, man. Like, that guy from now on is designated to holding your purse at the mall. I guarantee if he even tries to speak up about you looking at another dude, first thing out of your mouth is gonna be, well, you weren't saying anything last night when we brought Long Strong in.
the relationship is over after that. Like, I don't see how it could continue. Like, it's done. It's done. Because I would not respect him at all after that. Like, you really brought another dude in here? Okay.
And did you have someone on speed dial? Like, was this something you get for the thing?
Yeah, like, do you know this person?
Since your face is this is the first time where Sissy's been like the conservative dude. He's like, go do some push-ups, eat a peanut butter jelly sandwich, you get back in there, soldier, and you get the job done.
Okay, so
yeah, go ahead.
Wait, no, go ask Cincy his question.
No, you go ahead, man. I gotta go ahead.
I'm saying like what if the person did need help? Like, what if the guy does need help in the bedroom? Like, do you think, like, how would you feel about toys, like helping out in the bedroom?
I'll let Cincy answer first.
Either way, you're losing your manhood. Just go find a different woman you can satisfy.
See, and that is the unspoken truth, right? Okay, we can introduce a toy only after I've done the job correctly. How about that, right? But
That's
we can't bring in, that's just another form of me not being able, and you can call it my patriarchal, egotistical man child coming out, but like, I know what happens next, right? Because no one wants to go back to when their first sexual experience, when you left her looking at you like no, just there's still other things you can do to help her get there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I can't, a family show, I can't go into detail, but you can help her get there. You know what I'm saying? Because she ain't gonna respect you at all. At all. Ladies in the chat, y'all know I'm telling the damn truth, man. Because if it's robotic long strong or whether or not it's the real thing, that's the first thing that's coming up in an argument. That's the first thing that's coming up in an argument.
That would be a pretty low blow, though. But yeah, I would make that low blow. You're right.
It's better if you just be upfront with it right then and there, because why bring it up in an argument? You know, let him take his L gracefully, at least. You know, just tell him. You know, so he can just move on. Fuck it, I'm not coming back. It's cool.
You said, Steve, I just hear you say this is a family show. Yes, the 2022 standards, this is a family show. The question I was going to ask Cincy before, and I guess I'm asking the women if I switch it up. What's up, hippie? Women, would you be willing to allow a pitch hitter to come in for your man that has an overly active libido, right? Or maybe there are things you don't enjoy, and you'll just be like, I'll let this crash dummy take the stuff that I don't like.
No. That's it. Just no.
My point is proven. We're all way more conservative than we think we are. We all want to believe that we're on some next level shit, but I'm not. No.
I never said that I was, and I don't think I am. Like when I was calling you vanilla, like I wasn't shaming you. I was just
Oh, I
poking.
know you weren't. No, I know you weren't, Rebecca. I know you're not shaming, and I know that I didn't feel shame because I'm in a place where I am happy with vanilla, right? I think about some of the encounters I've had in my my youth. And, if we didn't have cameras on, I'd go into some wild stories. But there have been some situations where women have asked me to do things, and then afterwards we're both looking at each other. I'm like, now that I did that, do you feel closer to me? Do you feel as if though like now that happened to you, how you feeling about yourself? Like now I got to pick up the pieces because you're sitting there the next morning trying to ask me if I still respect you. It ain't about what I think about you. What do your parents think about you? If they knew that happened once. D says, hell no, I ain't sharing anything. Okay, what else you got for us, Bex?
But if they like if a girl asks you to do something and you're with it and you do it, like and you like really like her, like do you question yourself? Like, why does this girl like ask me to do these horrible things to her?
Oh, man.
Yes, you should. let me jump into that one because like Steve was saying just a few moments ago, in what we briefly touched on, not to make this conversation too serious, but if you go through those questions on this test, it sure as hell seems like they are reenacting someone who is being sexually assaulted.
That's what I was I was skirting around it. Man. And Berlin said, like,
That's what you out here doing, beloved.
okay, and so I don't want to jump off with what Sissy was just saying, but yeah, there were a lot of questions on there that I was like, man, this is wild, man. This is absolutely wild. And I'm not trying to have this on my spirit. You know what I'm saying? Have I been in some situations where women have asked me to do some things and like the next morning I woke up and I was like, so you and I both know this is over? Yes. 100%. I'm like, there's nowhere we can go after that request. I'm sorry. Yeah. I can't do it, and don't ask me to elaborate on that, but there was one such situation where I was just like, well, you don't expect me to kiss you now, right? Like that's not the ask. Like, that's not the ask here, is it? I'll give you the dead arm. You come in for a kiss. I'm like, whoa. Back up.
Now I have questions, but I'll ask them later, I guess.
Yeah. I feel like we've taken you off course, Bex, with our conservative thoughts.
No, we're having a conversation. This is content. But for the most part, when I took that test, I mean, for the most part, everything checks out, I guess.
Where did you find this test?
I Googled it.
See, and that's I knew it.
I just Googled it.
Bex didn't need no background on the HTML, who it's registered to. It probably said PD right afterwards. They were like, make sure you send the results to your local police department.
That's exactly what happened. You just ended up in somebody's database.
But I know I didn't have anything to worry about. Like, they weren't bad or anything. Like, my test results.
No, yeah, yours weren't.
Right. But
you're talking about other people.
But you could imagine someone whose responses all were similar to those of what I just described.
Yeah.
That would be a red flag to me because, and we kind of briefly talked about it the other night. Like, who is out here really associating traumatic events with pleasure other than people who have been through a traumatic event that just so happened to be something that causes pleasure in your body, whether you ask it to or not. Your body releases the endorphins during that moment, regardless. So you've already associated trauma and pleasure together.
We know how to kill a mood.
I mean, but like these things do have to be discussed. Like they have to be discussed.
I'm glad Hippie's here because Hippie is also in the clinical field. And we earlier, Hippie, we were talking about kinks and fetishes, whether or not they were mental health issues or should be diagnosed or categorized as such. Let me throw this out there. So because I know that we gotta keep the audience retention here. Right? To the ladies that like a little physical play. Are you saying no to the no hole? Everyone likes to be dominated. Right? If there are people who are like, they want to be dominated, they want some physical expression, they want some action. I feel as if though that's always the crescendo. Right? It's like okay, we can miss the leather chaps. You don't need to pull that belt out. Why not just go to the most obvious place? There, I said it because I had an encounter with a woman like this once. She was like, I like to be dominated, and y'all know I'm an asshole. I'm like, do you? So does that mean is anal on the table? And she's like, oh no. I'm like, whoa, what happened? I thought you were a free spirit.
Is that automatically associated with domination though?
Yeah, yes, I'm glad you asked. That is the categorization that it falls on for people who have that type of fetish, is they do that to dominate in, that encounter. And usually the receiver, that is an expression of being dominated because the allure that goes along with it, it's like that is not what we generally understand as sex. And that's why that's their kink.
Okay. So
I asked the question. Forget BDSM. Why don't we just stick to the ABCs of sex?
okay. So what was the original question again?
Why go through any of that, right? If you're not willing to go there first, I think that should be the cost of admission.
What?
Am I being unreasonable here? That's the cost of admission, right?
So let me get this straight. Are we setting the baseline for freaky shit? Like is this the gateway drug into the rest of the shit? Like if you are down for the poop shoot, then that's like the gateway to the next level of fuckery, right? Is that what we're saying?
This is the cost of admission, right? Like, and I'm throwing out some game for the guy who's in the room with the quote unquote dominatrix, who's just like, do this, do that. You're not sexually aggressive enough. You look her in the eye and you say, you know what? I am ready to take this to the next level. you say to her, I do want to dominate you. Let's do this first.
It's a no for me. It's a no for me because I've done it before. I've done it one time and I was like, okay, I did it. I'm not going to do this anymore. But it's also a no for me because when I think of that, I think of gay men. Like,
okay,
gay men do that. And it's going to make me wonder, like, okay, like I know I'm a female and I know, you're doing this to a female, but it's still in the back of my mind, like, okay, this is the type of shit you like. Like I still associate it with it. I associate the act with being like a gay act, like a homosexual act. So I don't know.
That one statement right there alone has made me decide to make sure that you guys want to replay this. This will be on Bex's personal Anchor account.
Oh wow. I don't care. It's okay. I'm not scared.
But you see why I'm asking the question, right? Because everyone, like, I listen to a lot of these shows, right? You listen to like the sex is freedom and stuff like that. And it's like everyone wants to go everywhere, but to the most obvious places, right? Okay, we can throw on the leather chaps right after this. Let me ask you a question. This is a proverbial question, right? I'm a thinking man. Why would we go there if I can't turn into a face hugger on you? Think about the physics. A face hugger. Think about the physics on that. So if you were giving a man a certain type of pleasure, why do we need to go to extra stuff? Let's just start with the ABCs, right? How about I just face hug you? I'll give the audience a second to try to figure out what I'm talking about. I'm trying to keep it somewhat rated R while not going to X. Making love to someone's face.
I was going to say, can I buy a vowel, please? Because, but I get it. I get it now.
Get it now, right?
I get it now. Okay, what was the question again? Because I was trying to decipher.
I'm talking about the ABCs. No need for BDSM, right? Let's just start with the ABCs. This is how you separate the answers. Cynthia question before is the cost of admission. Why not start with the obvious stuff that we can work with? We don't need to bring out any toys. We ain't got to do any of that stuff. We trying to be free spirits. Let's start with the forbidden hole, right? Both sides of the table. Ladies, you can use that trick too. He's like, I like to be dominated. Okay. Boop. Right? Test this gangster. You know what I'm saying? What? Am I the unreasonable one? I'm not believing most people when they say this stuff. My assumption of all these people, and I said these people, is that they all are faking the funk, right? I think there's a very select few of them that are really willing to take this where it needs to go, right? Like, yeah, okay, so you took a punch to the face, but can you take a dick to the ass? That's what I want to know.
Oh God.
There.
So you can say that, but you couldn't say like.
Oh, I already decided this is not staying up on YouTube. So now we might as well just go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Like I would ruin the BDSM party 100%. I'd walk up in there and I'd be like, smacking her. Nah, go ahead and do these two things, and I know I'm in the right party, because then I'm not going to participate in any of this. But I think you guys are dancing around the issue.
What's the issue?
The issue is all of this shit, in my mind, takes away from the fact that you can't have healthy vanilla sex and please a person without taking it to the next level. And that's my implicit bias. You can't do this and enjoy normal. When I say normal, I mean like the act itself. That you have to take it to the next level because it just ain't been hit right.
Are you saying that once you do this, you no longer can enjoy that type of sex?
I'm saying that you couldn't enjoy it potentially at all in the beginning, or you crossed over the line, right? And this is the only way, because these things are progressive, right? Especially if you're into next level shit. Every time you do that one thing, you got to do something else to surpass it. And that's how you know it's a mental health issue. They can't just enjoy the act itself. They no longer find pleasure in it.
So when people say they get bored in their relationships, do you think that they're bored of their partner, or they're bored of the sex? Like,
I think it's a multi-layered thing, right? When people say they get bored in their relationship, I often ask the person to tell me about their previous relationships, because if you get bored in your relationships, there's a common denominator there, right? You might potentially be the problem. It might not be the issue of the people you're with. You might be the type of person that can't deal with something not having some extra on it, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't deal with the fact that at a certain point in a relationship, there is a level of monotony. That's why it's a commitment, right? You're committing to a person and you're saying, I want to see you Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. I understand that I'm going to be spending time with you. You're not bored because you guys aren't going to a different restaurant. You're bored because you weren't ready. That's not what you were looking for.
So what about the couples that agree that they want to try something new?
Does new mean bringing in a pitch hitter?
It's according to it's for the couple. Like, I don't know.
Well, no, I'm asking you to define your question. I don't want to try anything new. Right? My new days are over. I want my wife. I don't need new. I don't expect new. Don't do shit to surprise me unless it's like, hey, I added this to the recipe.
When I say new, I'm not talking about like other people. I'm just like new, like activities or whatever.
Like a swing.
Well, yeah, like a swing.
I don't understand the physics. I'll let Cincy. What's the?
You're talking to the wrong person because once we swinging, I'm swinging from here on out with or without you. Just put it that way. That goes back to another one of them situations where I lost respect for the relationship at that point if we didn't start swinging. So, yeah.
Wait, are you talking about swingers or like an actual sex swing?
I was talking about the sex swing, but that was a good point about the swinging as well. Right?
I mean, I think this is what Steve might be saying and what I'm alluding to. What the fuck is a sex swing going to add to your fucking relationship? No, I'm lifted off the ground while we're fucking. Whoop-de-fucking do. Like, seriously, that's it. Oh, we bought some chaps. That's going to bring some. Mitch, how about you start sucking my dick again? How about we start there? Like, let's keep it real. We don't need extra shit. You just need to start doing the shit before we got married again.
See, that was my point. That's my point. Thank you, man. This is what I'm saying. It's the cause of admission for all this adventurous shit, right? I'm telling you right now, y'all know I'm a G with it. I've had women hit me up with this type of stuff. I'm like, oh, that's what you into? Let me hit it. Let me hit the ass. Let me do that, and then I'll take the rest of this stuff serious. No, I don't want a sex swing, right? Because it sounds good up until the point where you realize those things are damn near $1,000, $2,000. Now I got to find somewhere to hang it that isn't going to rip, you know what I'm saying, the entire ceiling out. And then we're doing this what? And then what do we do with it afterwards? Does it stay in the house? Are we packing this thing up? Do I got to take it apart? Sounds too complicated to me. And in regards,
you just like hang them on the back of the door or wherever. They're fun.
For who? It sounds like a lot of extra work. I got yard work to do in the morning. Now I got to take the thing apart. Stick to the ABCs. Master the simple things first. How about this? I'm going to throw this out there just to keep it spicy. Now that we know we're not keeping this on YouTube. Ladies, you want to do something adventurous for your man? Learn to give a proper hand job. Not what you think he wants. I dare you, if you've ever thought you were doing it correctly, because women tend to think that they're the only ones out here faking orgasms. The next time you're with a man in a committed relationship and you go for that, I want you to say, hey, babe, can you be honest with me first thought? Am I doing this good? And if that man's being honest, he's going to say, nah, babe, I've been doing this for 20 plus years and you don't ever have to worry about doing that. Learn how to do those things first before we get into the extra shit. Then you won't get bored.
And when she is doing a good job, let her know, okay?
Gentlemen, never tell her she's doing a good job because then she's going to expect that positive affirmation all the time.
I mean, it's a good thing to do. It's a nice thing to do, Steve. It makes some people feel nice, okay?
I always respond with complete indignation since I'm just like, I don't know.
Do most guys even enjoy hand jobs like that for real?
I don't.
Okay, so what was the point of you giving that advice?
Because we don't need to give the swing until you can do that right? What I need to swing for?
But what's the point of doing it right if you don't enjoy it? Like
No. Let me clarify. I don't enjoy it because most don't know how to do it, right? Okay. So if you're looking for a way to stay centered in our relationship and you're looking for a new adventurous place to go, let's stick to the ABCs. Let's make sure we're pleasing each other the way we want to be pleased.
I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat. I'm trying to figure out what this guy's talking about.
Ooh, Berlin?
Yeah.
No, Berlin just called himself out there. He's not from the girl. Pause.
I'm confused.
All right.
Hippie. I'm glad Hippie said something because that's going to be the next topic of the show. I'm going to be giving like tips and tricks to people and stuff. Mm-hmm. It's going to be fun.
Okay.
But what were you saying, Steve?
No, I'm ready. Let's get to the next topic. Diaper sniffers, swingers, fucking all this. I'm too old for this world. Bex, I'm too old for this world.
Apparently there's like a whole bunch of shit that I didn't even know about. Like I know about like the basic stuff like role playing and but people out here having like pregnancy fetishes and like nylon fetishes, like breath play and like a whole bunch of other shit. It's wild out here. It is like it's wild out here.
That's why I think a lot of this stuff is just for show on like the internet and stuff like that. You know how they there's this interesting conversation about pornography, right? And everyone who watches porn thinks that like, oh, this is what I want or this is what I want to do. I'm like, no, that's not what you really want, because that's not it, right? That's a performance. That's two actors getting paid to do something. It's if you listen to the people who work in that industry, they can't even have most of them can't even have normal orgasms anymore, right? Right? They can't have a normal encounter because they've been desensitized. That was my whole point about the poop shoot and the face hugger comment. Before we go to level 10, why don't we just make sure that we're compatible on this level first, right? What are you bringing all this extra shit in for? That's my point, man. Just guys, learn how not to be pressured into stuff. If she starts asking you questions like this, the relationship's over. In my estimation, a lot. So, like, just say you're bored. Move on because I'm fine. I have 3 plans today: Olive Garden, missionary, and then I'm gonna take the garbage out.
Yeah, D, I made them take the test. They actually took the test.
We took the damn test. I turned my VPN on when I took the shit. Put it to Switzerland. I took the test. I'll share my results after Bex gives her tips and tricks.
No, that's gonna be the next show.
Okay, what? Sharing the results?
No, the tips and tricks.
Oh, okay. I thought you said next segment. Okay, Cincy, why don't you go first, my brother? You're a brave.
With sharing my results.
Yeah.
Well, before I get into this, I just want to let everybody know, to quote myself, I have literally 2 modes. One is to treat you like a lady, or one is to treat you like a slut. So with that being said, the highest score I got on this motherfucking test was a 71%. So I don't really feel like I relate to much of this. The first one was 71 for the switch, which, like Bex said earlier, was either way, dominant, not dominant, whatever. Brat tamer, yeah. Treat you goofy sluts like you're goofy sluts and send you on your way. Massachusetts, yeah, I already said I like to be discouraged.
Hold on, let me answer Beloved's question. Beloved, I never said that I was an expert on anything, but if you got some tips and tricks to share with your friends, then you fucking share. Thank me later, ho.
D says the highest she got was a 93%. All right, here we go. So mine's at the top was 96% dominant, 71% vanilla, 66% brat tamer, 56% rigor, 55% experimentalist, 53% master mistress, 50% owner, 38% warrior, and 18% degrader. So okay, I want to go into my percentages here a little bit, right? The dominant thing, I think that is just simply the main question they kept asking was, do you like to take charge during sex? And I'm like, yes, because I know the type of women that I'm attracted to, and I know the type of women that are attracted to me. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, they want me to take the lead, so I take the lead. And if the goal is to make sure that you walk away feeling pleased, goddamn right, I'm grabbing the steering wheel. But I don't have a problem asking. That's probably my only kink. I will ask during, in a sensual way. Is this right? Where we going from here? Those type of things. That's probably it. That's it. The rest of the shit, Bex, I'm sorry. We ruined this episode for you.
You didn't ruin it. It's okay. This was a good episode. Nothing's ruined.
You just got two old fuddy-duddies up here. You know what you need?
mean, I expected nothing. Like, this is what I expected from you guys. It's fine.
Yeah. Now, the question is this, right? Steve, we know what your kink is. What? Oh yeah, slippers. Yes. I don't know, man. I think most times that like men just want to know that we did a good job. A healthy, functioning man, it just wants to know that like.
Okay, so you like words of affirmation too, right?
No, I don't believe your words.
Oh wow.
Because as the Bible say, but I don't. I genuinely don't believe the words of women in this regard.
You know, if you did it right, the way they act, they become extremely clingy.
Oh, they call you. That's whenever I have a homeboy like, yo, man, we did. You know, she ain't hitting me up. I'm like, don't expect that phone call, brother. But if you did your job right, emotionally and physically, she gonna hit you up. She gonna hit you up.
D says that you're a pleaser. Are you a pleaser, Steve?
No, it's a race. I'm trying to get mine. You better get yours, baby girl. Once I get to the finish line, I'm like, I won.
Throw him away. Throw it away.
Kobe.
Y'all, this is what I have to deal with. Like, look at this. Look at this.
Yo, let me ask you a question, Bex. Do you hit a guy? Do you hit your girlfriends up and share every bit of the encounter, positive or negative?
Sometimes, yeah. I don't. Sometimes maybe I'll tell everything. Sometimes I won't. Why?
I'm just wondering right now. How does that usually go down? Mimosas, you guys out on the town, and then it's like, hey, so I was hanging out with this dude, and then this happened, type of stuff. Like, what's the conversation?
I mean, if it's like some mid stuff, then maybe it'll come up like at brunch or something. But if it was like really good, like I'm calling her right away.
So this is what I'm talking about. Gentlemen, control your sexual market image, right? This is why you have to make sure that your resume is kept pristine. Be selective. You know what I'm saying? Be selective and, know what you're getting into. Because women do talk. Women talk and they say, oh, let's get the swing out and let's, all that stuff. But I'm not trying to be no one's mimosa conversation unless it was like, it was good. I like them. Like, I don't want to be the adventurous guy. Like, but I will say this. A woman asked me to spit in her mouth once, and I may have produced too much saliva when I spit in her mouth. And I was just like, okay, so I'll never do this again. You asked, I did it. And then the next moment she's just kind of looking at me, and I'm like, there's no need to be weird, baby girl. You asked, and that was your thing. I never called her again since. Bex just left the room.
I'm sorry. It's the fact that you did it for me.
Listen, I'm a feminist. Yeah, I'm trying to respect the wants and needs of women. No,
this my problem with something like that is I'm one of those people that laugh at all the wrong fucking times. So if you even present that question to me in the middle of sex, it's over because I'm about to get weak as fuck. I will get weak as hell, and that'll just be the end of that session. I'm not even going to take you seriously after that.
Here's one thing you can know for a fact. If I was single, we'd be doing a whole episode about this shit on Dumb and Out like the next day. Like, you remember that crazy broad I went home with? Like that type of stuff. But
So I'm guessing that probably falls into like a degradation type thing, like spitting in people's mouths.
yeah, that was her request, man. I want to put in there that I was 18, right? So this is before I had moral scruples about me, and I was just like, she said do it, and I was like, but I don't know, like there's no foreplay for that, right? Was I supposed to like
No, like how do you lead up to something like that?
like, she literally said it, and I was like, yes, ma'am.
Oh my God.
I had a thought on my mind and you told that story. I don't even remember what the fuck.
That's why I don't understand all this stuff, man. I guess I'm too giving. Right? See, this is why I can never go on Angela Yee's show. I'd be like, I'd test all their gangsters, man. Like, I'm not buying any of it. I'm not buying the golden shower requests. I'm not buying the scat films. Like, people who enjoy that, I'm sure they exist, but to answer the original question at the top of the show, I believe a lot of it is mental health issues. 100%. Who in there?
Hold on, beloved. That's not true. That's not true.
Oh,
okay. I remember what I want to say. I got to jump back in here real quick. See, this is where y'all mess up.
right.
This is really where y'all mess up because guys will you said I tell my homeboy like, yeah, I hit, but I ain't telling them whether it was good or bad because I'm trying to keep hitting that. You're not about to slide in on my shit. I've only gave a review one fucking time, and it was because it was so fucking awful. So fucking awful that I had to tell somebody because I was astonished. Even like a whole day later, I was like, I can't believe this was that. But y'all get to talking to your friends, and like I tried to say, what was it, 2 weeks on the show? You already set me up for the parlay because now I'm running triangle offense. Because your homegirl, she don't really care about you like that. Not over no dick.
Nope.
You tell her she gonna slide in my DMs.
And
bang, bang, boom. It's a parlay.
And
well said. Calling out the girl code early.
And that's when everybody just dies. Like that's when everybody just gotta die. Like,
oh man. It's like when women ask you or women have a response to you saying certain things or being a certain type of way. Like, I'm old fashioned in the sense where I'm like, babe, wear whatever you want to wear, right? But don't wear anything that's gonna have to put us in a situation where you feel uncomfortable and then I have to defend you. I agree with Sensei's statement, man. But again, I'm calling it. I don't really think that people actually want all these things. It's the option, the ability that they can do that. I think everyone at some point wants to just have that more emotional connection during the act of sex. That's what you're actually looking for. You want to be able to have an encounter with someone, and then after the encounter, lay there and still have a monicum of respect, or just have respect for yourself and that person, and look them in the eyes. Look for the emotional connection. That's my thing. Look for the emotional connection with the person. Don't look for all this extra shit.
okay.
Don't look for the diapers.
You said don't what?
Don't look for the diapers.
Oh God. I didn't go that deep into it, but I mean, I'm pretty sure like it's a whole thing. Like they're actually using the diapers and stuff, but I don't know. That one was really weird.
Actually using them though.
Like they're using them, like they're using the bathroom and the diaper. Like the guy, he didn't say that he was like really using them. He just said like he wears them or whatever, like at work. But I don't know. I'm pretty sure other people are like using theirs.
I have one question to round us all out. If you guys are willing to share.
Okay.
Was there anything you ever were asked to do or participated in that caused you regret and you wish you can go back and take back?
I
want you to feel comfortable. I got the neo soul playing in the background. Anything you've done, you were asked to do that you regret and you wish you could take back now.
No.
No? Okay.
Nothing that I would take back. No.
All right.
I do.
No, I'm lying. Yes.
Thank you. All right, now
Yeah, I had to think about it.
Tell the audience what it was. Bare your soul with us. Pillow Talk with Princess Bex.
Okay, so I was introduced to like the whole like swinger community or whatever. They call it the lifestyle community. And like I wasn't like necessarily a part of it, but like I attended like the events, like the parties and stuff. And I don't know, I do kind of wish that I wasn't introduced to all of that. Like I wish I was still like in the green about all that stuff.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking why.
It was a lot. It was a lot to take in. Like
pause.
Oh. It was a lot to take in. Okay, I'm lying. I said I didn't participate. When I said I didn't participate, I didn't like I was dating a certain person, and like we would like join in at the parties, but not with like other people. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But yeah, like I said, it was a lot. It was a lot to go along with that. And I wish I never was introduced to all of that.
I dig it. See, we get some honesty now, man. That's what I'm talking about. What about you? Since anything you ever you wish you could take back?
Not necessarily like a crazy action, but maybe like I would take back having sex with one particular person that I didn't want to have sex with. Because the person was persistent as fuck. So fucking persistent that one day I felt bad. And I was just like, okay, I'm gonna do it. We can do it. And we did it. But I wasn't into it, and it was so whack. And I know like the whole expression was written on my face. I didn't orgasm, none of that shit. It was so fucking whack that I'm pretty sure like she got up. Well, she did. She got up in disappointment and pretty much walked away, like shame walked, like they did Cersei, back to her car and left. And like I never had a conversation like that with her again. And I felt bad because like I should have just said no. Like I really don't want to do this.
See, I can dig that, man. I can dig it. My memory is riddled with things at the age of 40 that I wish I can go back and be like, don't do it. Don't do it. One instance was never listen to your girlfriend when she says she's okay with introducing someone into your relationship. And I had such an instance that had me looking like DMX and Belly running out of a hotel room with a towel wrapped around me, trying to calm down my then girlfriend because I agreed to introducing a person into something that should have stayed between the both of us. And then, you know, if I can go back, if I could change any moment in my life, that would be top on it. I wish I would have never done anything like that.
Was this person a stranger? Did you guys know this person?
We knew him. It was a homegirl. Like we were all peoples, you know. And this is after a rave when these type of things usually happen. And we all went to a hotel. It was like 12 people deep in a hotel. You know what I'm saying? And like it got floated out there. And then I was like, okay, I guess this is happening. And I went with it. And then I realized I must have missed the social cue. At some point I failed the test. The test was to be like, no, it's just me and you. And I failed and it turned into a whole thing. And that's why I say now, call me Vanilla Bean, right? Like just me and you, babe, against the world. No need to go to no parties. We go to Olive Garden.
You and this Olive Garden.
Go to Home Depot, pick up some things for the house. come back, watch some Game of Thrones. We'll watch other people be disgusting. But me and you,
that was your first mistake. You're not supposed to do it with people that you know.
Them endless salads do be hitting.
the endless salad. That's what I'm talking about. See, you know, the breadsticks and salad. It's right to my stomach. You said you weren't. Listen, I didn't pick up on the social cue. You know what I think it was the fact that it wasn't that it was just a homegirl. I think it was like, I think this young lady thought that this was going to be the reversal. Like they were, you know, like they were going to have my girlfriend at the time probably thought they were going to have more energy together when the other girl wasn't there for that. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
she you know that she wasn't there for that. So I use my life as a story of a cautionary tale for all you females out there. Be careful what you ask for, because there's always a dude like young Steve, like, I'll give you exactly what you're looking for. I'm here to please. Now can you live with yourself afterwards?
But that really wasn't what she was looking for, though, necessarily.
No, and you know what, the other side of this is it's usually the poor guy that gets left out in these things, right? This idiot sitting over on the couch while his girlfriend cheats on him with his his homegirl or something like that. No, shorty wasn't with it. She was like, my girlfriend tried to do the extracurricular and she swatted her away, basically. It's just like,
I've had that happen to me twice. I mean, not like getting the cheated on part, but like where it just went bad trying to do the whole threesome thing. And I wouldn't regret it. I don't regret it, because damn, if it would have fucking happened with these two particular people that weren't on it at that time, yeah, damn. I might not even be talking to y'all right now. I really don't. I would have been a real fucking whore for the rest of my life.
And I'm not saying I haven't been on the other side of the table. I told you guys a story on Green Room one night. I rode a bike from Washington Heights down to the Soho district, because two young ladies invited me over, and I was that idiot on the couch. Like, my time in the scenario had come to an end, and they kept going, and then I got asked to leave. So I've been on both sides of this, and if I could take back either two, like any situation, it would be those two situations. I'd have just been like, yo, they just opened up Olive Garden on 42nd Street. Let's get crazy, baby. Let's go get you some biscuits.
Bring home a breadstick just to butter it up if we got
Bex is so through with us. She can't wait to get some women up here so they can lie to each other.
Nobody's lying. I've been telling the truth this whole time.
No, yeah, because you're with us, and we always bring the truth out of you, Bex.
I can lie to y'all.
No, you can't. Not at this point in the game. We know.
And she does.
Do you lie to me, Bex?
No, I don't lie to you. I don't lie to neither one of you. I'm just saying I can if I really want to, but I don't. I love you too. Why would I lie to you?
Oh shit! That's what they say when they lie.
Hiding behind the glare in her glasses while she's lying to us on fucking live.
I'm not lying to you guys. I don't lie to you guys. I love you. So why would I lie? You don't lie to the people that you love.
Oh man, I'm getting triggered right now. I've been in this situation before. Who you texting? Who you IG with? Oh, that's what you gotta do an episode on, Bex. Insecurities. You gotta do an episode on insecurities. That's the thing. That's what the people really need to hear about. Why are you so insecure? Not you, in general. You got any more questions, Bex? Any more dirty questions for us? Well, why don't you go ahead and, so we're not just up here rambling, close the show out the way you want.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. This has been the end of the third episode of Pillow Talk with Princess Bex. This was supposed to be you guys' last episode, but would you like to come back next week?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Bex, do you want to come on Dumbing Out, Bex?
Yes. Yes, please. I've been wanting to come on Dumb It Out. Like, I was just waiting for you guys to ask me. Nobody asked me.
Well, we can't ask you anything, but we've asked you formally to come on the show. We would never ask you. We love you, and we would never lie to you. But apparently, you would lie to us.
Don't listen to him.
Since he's really opened my eyes to things, man. He's been sitting.
Don't listen to him.
I'm starting to believe the things he tells me, man. My life is already improved.
No, Steve, listen to me, okay? Don't listen to Cincy. He's full of shit.
Cincy's rule for life. Steve, get yourself a Newport 100 or a Cool 100. If you can't find a Newport, tell your boss to go fuck themselves. And I was like, that makes perfect sense.
Oh, God. Thank you guys for coming out. Thank you for all your support. Shout out to the Hold Up TV once again. Gang, gang. Yeah, that's it. I love you guys so much. I'm talking to you too. I love you too.
We love you, Bex.
Say it back, Cincy.
What? My bad. I zoned out. I didn't hear nothing. You just what say it back.
I'll give a special shout out to everyone that joined. Thank you, Dee, for coming. Thank you, Hippie, for coming. Thank you, Beloved, for coming. Thank you, Esso. Thank you. Who else is in here? Mantis. Thank you, Mantis. Is it everybody?
Tree stopped through and
Shout out to Tree.
all right. Good night, y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Peace.